Good morning and welcome to day 9 of the 21-day Mission Manifest Challenge. I can't believe we're at day 9. I hope you guys are feeling charged. I know I am. This has become a pretty cool daily meditation for myself as well. But as I mentioned yesterday, we here in week 2 we're going to be delving into the senses. The 5 senses, 6 if you include breathing, which was yesterday's exercise. But yeah, as we rattle ourselves out of the cage, and we start to develop a new norm. We are going to start to become more attuned to our senses and using our senses as tools for how to help implement and better manifest the things that we want and are trying to achieve. Today is an interesting one because it's sort of a figurative and a sort of literal, and definitely literal example. But part of getting to where we want to be and becoming a better steward of our time and attention is to become more present. Obviously, in trying to manifest things that we want, we're trying to tune into the moment, and really the senses are a quick way of doing that. And one of the most important ones is listening, right? Obviously, we want to always strive to become a better listener to our loved ones, to our coworkers, to our friends, family, people that we interact with on a daily basis. We're trying to become better listeners. And as we do that, we become more present. And when we're more present, we're more aware of the energy that's flowing in and out of each moment. And it's really important. But now, as well as we're starting to wake up to these bigger concepts and these ideas, these emotional, philosophical, spiritual notions of, like I said, forgiveness and gratitude and some deeper concepts that we'll get into. We want to start listening to ourselves, listening to our intuition, listening to the voices, and I listen to your gut, your heart, your mind, all these things. We want to really start to key in on what is your gut telling you. People say that all the time. Listen to your gut or listen to your heart. That's because there are energy centers in these parts of the body that are going to be informing you of different things at different times. And it is important that as we develop and hone the skill of manifesting what we want, that we begin to tune into what those voices are saying, really, what that energy is telling us. Because that's where we're going to find our confidence. That's where those voices that are telling you, yes, you can do this. But it's also where we're going to be hearing the voices of limiting beliefs and self-sabotage and things. And I'm starting to see this in your comments already, that some of you guys are like, wow, this was important for me. And just by even posting that comment, what you're doing is you are recognizing that you've listened not just to me, but you've listened to how how you responded to it and what your intrinsic response was, your internal, your emotional response was. And I can't tell you how critical and important and awesome that is. That's really where it's at. I was once told in if you want to kind of take this to the next level now, for those of you that are really starting to kind of find some quiet time in your daily practice here, or while you're journaling, I was once instructed in a guided meditation to listen for the silence behind the sounds. So they said, if you're sitting quietly in a park or even in the home, you're just listening. Your ears are wide open and you're listening to the cars go by, the sirens, the kids playing, the whatever it is. You hear these sounds and then they go away. And then another sound comes and then they go away. Because behind all of those sounds is the silence. And when you kind of tune in and become one with the silence, then all the other sounds just sort of pass through. It's a cool exercise, and it's sort of in line with the old Zen Buddhist mantra of listening for the sound of one hand clapping, which always kind of got me scratching my head back in the days when I was, beginning to study and understand Zen Buddhism, that it's, that there is this quiet realm, this spiritual realm that exists in the silence behind the sound. So as you start to sharpen and hone in on your listening skills and become a better listener, and in a more practical way, here's like maybe your homework, I suppose, for the rest of the day or moving forward into the rest of the 21 days is to be honest about your listening. Okay, when you're in a conversation with someone and you're trying to be present and you're listening, but you're distracted or you're preoccupied by something, being able to listen for and hear the distraction and realize and recognize that it's taking over from the conversation that you're having, and taking a minute to pause and say, I'm sorry, will you repeat that? I was preoccupied. And being honest about that is so huge and helpful and considerate to those that are trying to communicate with you. It's going to make you a better listener, thus a better communicator, a more effective individual all around. So again, this is all with the intention of trying to more easily and more powerfully begin to manifest the things that we want, and our senses are key to that, specifically listening. So that's it. Become aware of what you're hearing and write it down, and in conversation, own up to it. Trust me, I've been working on this. I've been married 11 years and I'm still learning how to listen better. And I got a long way to go. But that's it, you guys. Thanks for another great day. It's chilly here, but it's sunny, so I'm out here with my hat and my shades. Today's a bonus day. I love you guys, and we'll catch you tomorrow.